It's early Sunday morning, and I wanted to share a few of my thoughts about something I was reading yesterday. And it has to do with temptations and a way of escape. And I was reading from 1 Corinthians 10:13, and I'm just going to read this one verse from the Amplified version. And before I read this, I just wanted to share that there's a lot of different kinds of temptations. So I want you to kind of keep in mind whatever it is that you might be tempted to worry about things, or just whatever it is. But this one verse in particular is 1 Corinthians 10, verse 13. And again, this is from the Amplified version. And it says, "No temptation, regardless of its source, has overtaken or enticed you that is not common to human experience. Nor is any temptation unusual or beyond human resistance. But God is faithful to His word. He is compassionate and trustworthy, and He will not let you be tempted beyond your ability to resist. But along with temptation, He has in the past and is now and will always provide the way out as well, so that you will be able to endure it without yielding and will overcome temptation with joy." And that's the verse I was really thinking about. Not just the fact that there are temptations, regardless, like it says here, of its source or whatever the temptation might be, all these that are common to all of us, but God is faithful to make a way of escape so that we don't have to yield to that temptation, and that we can overcome that situation with joy. And something else I was thinking about is in Romans 15, verses 4 to 5. This is the New King James Version of the Bible. And it says, "For whatever things were written before were written for our learning, that we, through the patience and comfort of the Scriptures, might have hope. Now may the God of patience and comfort grant you to be like-minded toward one another according to Christ Jesus." And I think that is beautiful too. And I also wanted to read one little thing from my King James Bible. And this is also in 1 Corinthians chapter 10. And the heading for the chapter, it says, "Israel in the Wilderness, a warning example." And again, it says here, now it's chapter 10, verse 11. And I'm not going to read the entire chapter. I'll include this chapter in the link. But I will say one thing. It says, "Now all of these things happened unto them." And again, prior to this verse, it talks about all the different things that happened as they were passing through the wilderness. It says, "Now all of these things happened unto them for examples, and they were written for our admonition." And then it says, "Upon whom the ends of the world are come. Wherefore let him that thinks he stands take heed lest he fall. There is no temptation taking you, but what is common to man. But again, God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able, but will with the temptation also make a way of escape, so that you may be able to bear it." And one of the comments here at the bottom section in my Bible, it says, "Everyone faces occasional temptations. No one is exempt. Believers confront many of the same temptations that others have endured throughout history, yet we can experience God's faithfulness during such times. Paul assures his readers that God will not give them more than they can handle, provided that they rely on His strength and yield to the power of His Spirit." So that's a very key part. And I've heard before someone made the statement that the Bible, or the acronym for the Bible, is basic instructions before leaving Earth. So I think that's pretty accurate. So those are my thoughts today, and just an encouragement that whatever you or someone you know or a loved one or a friend or whatever might be going through a really hard time, facing a temptation, facing a situation that they think is more than what they can handle, just remind them of this verse, these two verses in Romans and in 1 Corinthians, that these situations happen to all of us, but God has made a way of escape. He has provided instructions. With all the verses, everything, look how thick this Bible is, or this one. There's so much good stuff in here. Examples, stories, how other people, different things that other people have gone through in the past. That's the history part. But not only that, it shows what they did to overcome those situations. So that is what I wanted to share on this Sunday morning, and I pray that you have a very good day today and a blessed new week. So thank you. Till next time. Bye.